Hi, I'm Marcos,
I'm Andy.
and this is a new show called MTandME,
Movies and television from
Mercado.
and Elliot.
And this is going to be a show about movies and TVs where we're just giving you our honest opinions. We're not professional critics or anything. And so,
Honest reviews from two good-looking guys.
as best looking as we could possibly be.
We're going to kick things off by talking about The Last of Us, which right now is a very popular television show that a lot of people are watching.
Yeah, it's a new show at HBO. It came out 2 weeks ago. We're a little late on getting this started, but we're going to bring all the information we can to you as best we can.
Apparently, it's based on a video game. I never played the video game. Did you ever play the video game?
No, I did not play the video game, but so far the show is awesome. I know it's a very popular video game with a lot of people that play it a lot.
And I've heard from a couple people that play the video game that say it lines up really well with the game. So I guess that's good for them. But I agree with you. I really like this show too. I think it's off to a good start. There's not a lot of shows that when I watch it, I'm eager to find out what the next episode is. It's been a while since I've had a show like that. Probably back when Walking Dead first began about 12 years ago. That's how The Last of Us is for me right now. It's kind of like I want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I love this take that they do with the fungus. How they use that as
The fungus among us.
the fungus among us. how they integrate how the fungus takes over the ants, and they cause the ants to help them reproduce and how to help to spread the spores. And they bring that into the show The Last of Us as well.
There'll be more of that because we're just a bunch of fun guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Pedro Pascal does a great job. Another great performance by him. Obviously, everyone knows him from The Mandalorian, and it's good to see him staying busy and bringing us another good performance.
Yeah, the first time I saw Pedro Pascal was in Game of Thrones. It was interesting. I loved his character in that show, and I love what he's brought to a lot of characters in a lot of different TV shows, like The Mandalorian, this show. And wasn't it?
And I was going to say, coincidentally, Bella Ramsey is also from Game of Thrones. So you've got two former Game of Thrones actors.
Who was she in Game of Thrones?
She was, and I'm going to forget the name, but she was the young child queen from the North.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna have to go back and check that out again. It's been so long. She must have been a real little kid then.
She was pretty little. She was pretty young.
Okay, yeah, because I think she portrays a 14-year-old in the show, but I don't know how old she is in real life.
Maybe a little more.
Yeah.
I was also really excited to see Anna Torv because I don't know if you are familiar with the show Fringe. Did you ever watch Fringe?
I did not.
Fringe was a great sci-fi time traveling show from about 10 years ago. Joshua Jackson, Anna Torv, and Anna Torv popped up on The Last of Us. So I was glad to see her there too.
And if you don't know, Nick Offerman is also going to be making an appearance later in the season in The Last of Us. Love him in Parks and Recs. I fell in love with that guy from day one on that show.
Melanie Linsky is going to be in the cast of The Last of Us later on as well. If you guys watch Yellow Jackets on Showtime, Melanie Linsky is also in that, and she gives a really good performance there. So I'm also eager to see what character she's going to bring to The Last of Us as well. So
awesome.
If you were to give it a rating so far, or some sort of
I know a lot of the critics and a lot of the websites giving it 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and I have to agree with them. I think the show is really knocking it out of the park so far. I was hooked in the first 30 seconds of just the interview at the beginning of that first episode. What they have the interview with the scientist talking about how fungus was going to probably be the most the biggest to humanity in the future, going in the future. So.
Right, and week 2, did you watch week 2 yet?
I have watched week 2.
Week 2, you also had the start, and I think it was in Indonesia, where they had another kickoff. They kind of went back. They showed a scientist in another part of the world kind of giving advice as what they should do with this fungus as well. So I agree. I think I would also probably put it right about where everyone has it right now, a 9 or a 10. It's so far so good for me too.
So final score from you is a
9.
Final score from me, as I say, is a 9 as well.
This weekend we had the opportunity to see the movie Plane.
That's right. That's right.
Quite a ride.
Yeah, it was to say the least. It was definitely a ride. It wasn't as much as I expected, but I guess I shouldn't have expected that much because the critic ratings and the viewer ratings were kind of low on the movie. But it was fun. It was definitely what you call a popcorn movie. A phrase I didn't really hear until this weekend from you guys, you and your wife.
I think that Gerard Butler has kind of, in recent years, brought that popcorn movie, and I mean, he's definitely not known for his Academy Award winning roles, but with if anyone ever saw Geostorm, it's another movie that Gerard Butler was in, where the world was ending and they had to save it, race against time, and I would put Plane in that category too. So
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has like these one-off movies. He has movies people don't really watch a whole lot, but then he comes out with these other movies where everybody's watching it and talking about it. He's a very volatile star, being casted in certain roles. I remember one role he played where he had to go back and kill a guy and he tortured. I don't sure you know what that movie that was.
I don't know.
He was torturing some guy on a table. It was very dark for him. Yeah, he ended up killing him. I don't know. I'm not sure what that. I'll have to look that up later.
Mike Coulter is also in Plane, which I was pleasantly surprised about. A lot of people have seen Mike Coulter when he played Luke Cage, one of the Marvel movie franchises, and then he also recently is in another great show on TV called Evil.
Yeah, I missed those. I really didn't know who Mike Coulter was before this movie, but I'll have to go back and catch those movies for sure. And those in that TV show. I should be more on top of the Marvel stuff, but I did miss Luke Cage. I wasn't really much into the Netflix Marvel series other than Daredevil, but yeah.
And I think the only other surprise acting performance in this movie that kind of caught me off guard was Tony Goldwyn. Whenever I see Tony Goldwyn, I still think of the bad guy in Ghost. Him trying to go after Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. And that was like 30 years ago, and he's still acting, making movies. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome for him to keep doing that.
Sadly, I don't think the box office for this movie was very good. I think it's at about 20 million after 2 weekends. So
yeah, not very good. Yeah, we won't see a Plane 2. Although at the end of the movie, did it kind of give you a little cliffhanger for a Plane 2? Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna continue that series at all. But it is fun. It's a good watch. For final rating of what you would give it, what would you give it, Andy?
I would say 7.
A 7? I probably would go like a 4 or a 5. It really wasn't a whole lot. It was kind of campy in some sections, but it did check mark off all the. I can't even talk. It did check mark all the things off that would give it like an 80s action like movie. It had like some of the like the catchphrases at the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie, and callbacks to different parts of the movie, and it kind of brought you in, but it was kind of funny, even though it wasn't intentionally being funny. I just I found it kind of.
You mean Plane versus Man?
Yeah, Plane versus Man. Yeah, it was very over the top, and it was not realistic at all, but it was definitely a good watch.
And sometimes those movies can be fun. However, it is rated R, so family-friendly rating again is going to be a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, again, this is not one for the kids. I would keep the kids at home. But yeah, I would give it also a 3 out of 5 or a 3 out of 10, really.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it at the movies or wait for the.
I think if you're gonna see this movie, I think you really should see it in the movie theater.
I think it's a wait for it to come out on streaming or watch it at home. I really don't see the sense of paying money to watch this movie. Yeah, it was yeah, definitely catch it at home when you want something to do when you have nothing else to do
with some popcorn.
With some popcorn, yeah, definitely have some popcorn. Definitely a popcorn movie.
And today, the Oscar nominations.
They announced them today. All the Oscar noms for 2022, and we're gonna see when do the Oscars premiere? When does that come out? Do you know?
It's in March.
March,
beginning of March. I was just personally excited to see in the Best Picture category we've got. I think oftentimes it seems like all the movies are artsy fartsy, and I was excited to see. You have Top Gun, you have Avatar, you have some big box office movies that are in the running this year too. So
yeah, I as sin to myself, I have not seen Top Gun yet. I'm gonna have to check that out before the Oscars come out. I think I'm probably the last person on the planet that hasn't seen Top Gun, especially coming on into a movie TV show.
Well, we'll probably have to have like a separate Oscar episode after we've seen them all, because I know there's quite a few I still need to see too.
Yeah.
So,
but the one that stands out for me is Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie was awesome. I love the dynamic that they have, the mother-daughter dynamic that they have in the movie. Just the mom just chasing the daughter throughout the whole thing, and the daughter creating this character of the mom being like the chosen one. And I really love too what the writers did and the directors did is how they just tie in, kind of like how infinite the universe is really. How and different planets they are
good multiverse.
They have like multiverse, different things, and it just really just ties into how crazy our universe could possibly be and how different variations of people there could be on different planets. I love the imagination they had on that.
I think the two things from that movie that I love is Michelle Yeoh is absolutely amazing. We've been watching her for 30 years, from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon to playing the persnickety mom in I just forgot what it was called. The but she's had so many different roles. She's been on Star Trek, and I just think whatever she does, she's a great actress. And even if this movie doesn't win Best Picture, because I think it's got in some tough competition, I really think that Michelle Yeoh is looking like the lead favorite for Best Actress. So.
And I forgot who's the guy that played.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, Short Round.
The guy was awesome
from Indiana Jones. Yeah. And then in Goonies, he was the one always the booby traps.
Yeah. I love that character's name.
He had not acted for like 30 years in Hollywood, and now he's up for Best Supporting Actor for this movie as well.
Yeah, so, he did a phenomenal job. I love the kung fu in there and all the fighting. And all the slapstick jokes, with the trophy that was the thing I probably wouldn't even talk about.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. But I mean, even Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't even know how
Jamie Lee
she
Curtis
hasn't had that many nominations, and she was actually nominated for this movie.
Yeah,
so.
She did a great job playing the bad guy in that. This like the evil character. That was awesome.
I know another movie that we both saw that I think we're both happy that got nominated was maybe not the movie, but the performance by Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Talk about a phenomenal performance. Yeah,
The Whale. Oh my goodness, that movie. I haven't cried at too many movies, but that movie actually got me a little bit. I think because my own experiences with my own daughters can relate to the tie, the bond. I think it is good for just a child parent bonding. You can really definitely feel his emotion, especially towards the end of the movie, how he's just trying to reach out to his child and trying to connect with her. And that really resonated with me.
Absolutely. And he's another actor that's been around for a long time. And this performance is, it's very heartwarming. I don't necessarily think the movie overall is the greatest movie I've ever seen, but his performance definitely stands out as pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, and I don't, there's some criticisms though. I don't really understand. I know that the kid that was in the movie, that was the missionary. It was kind of hard to fit him in the movie. I know for me it just kind of seemed like his character was just there as a plot device for like a redemption arc for the daughter.
A little disjointed.
A little disjointed in the film, yeah.
But sadly, I don't think the other great performance in that movie was Sadie Sink, and I don't think she was nominated.
She wasn't.
No, so that's probably maybe that was missed. But I do believe, and I can't think of the name right now, but the actress that played the nurse, I think she was nominated. So
awesome,
and she did a good job.
Yeah, she did a great job. And then she was also in. Now I'm forgetting the name of the show or the movie.
I can't remember. I know we were laughing because she just popped up in something else. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, it was The Menu.
Oh yes, it was The Menu. The Menu.
Yeah, that's another crazy movie. If you haven't seen it, I kind of would recommend to check it out. But but it is definitely a little bit different if you're looking for something different.
Something different for sure. So we'll keep you posted. We'll have to do an episode later on all the Oscars and all the awards and all the nominations, but we do know the nominations came out today, and we wanted to share with you some of the highlights.
Yeah.
So if down the road you guys have anything that you want us to see or you want us to watch so we can give a recommendation for a movie or a TV show, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what your favorites are. And, we'll give it a shout or give it a look, and we'll check it out. I just want to thank you guys again for sticking with us for this first episode. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. We're going to come to you weekly with an episode with movies and TV reviews.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to bringing you some more great things.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.